Hello champions and happy Friday. Today we're going to do one last review of nets and surface area. On Tuesday we're going to review everything we've learned this unit, and on Wednesday we're going to have our unit test. I know you're going to do a great job, and so does Mr. Smiles. Let's dive right in. First, I'm going to show you how great I am on the top of your paper. You're going to show how great you are today. Do great work. Now let's dive in. Find the base height and area of the first parallelogram. What's the base? The base is 10. The 3 is there just to distract you. It's not even a part of the parallelogram. What's the height? It's 6. So if the base is 10 and the height is 6, what's the area? The area is 60 square units. Find the base height and area of this parallelogram. What's the base? Height and area. Well, the base is 1, 2. The height is 1, 2, 3. So the area is 6 square units. Find the base height and area of the triangle. What's the base? The base is 9. Again, the 3 is there just to distract you. What's the height? The height is 5, because that's what's at a right angle to 9. That means that the area would be 9 times 5, or 45, divided by 2. That would give me 22 and 1/2. Find the area of this triangle. Go ahead and do that now. There are 2 bases and 2 heights you could use. I chose to use 5 and 12 as the base and height. You could have also used 15 and 4, any lines that are at a right angle. 5 times 12 is 60, and 60 divided by 2 is 30. The area of this triangle is 30 square units. A square has an area of 4 centimeters squared. What is the side length? What number can we multiply by itself to get 4? 2 is the side length. 2 times 2 is 4. A square has a side length of 4 centimeters. What is the area? Well, if a square has a side of 4, the area is 4 times 4. What's 4 times 4? It's 16 centimeters squared. What is 4 to the third power? First, what multiplication problem does 4 to the third power, or 4 cubed, represent? It represents 4 times 4 times 4. Now solve. What's 4 to the third power? 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. What is 6 to the second power, or 6 squared? First, what multiplication problem is represented by 6 squared? 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Find the surface area of each one of these figures. First, let's find the dimensions. The length is 2, the width is 2, and the height is 5. How could I find the area of the front face? Well, the base is 2 and the height is 5. What's the area? The area is 2 times 5, or 10. I know that means that the back face also has an area of 10. How could I find the area of the side face? The base is 2 and the height is 5. What's the area? It's 10 as well. If the left side face is 10, then the right side face is also 10. Now let's find the area of the top and bottom. The base is 2 and the height is 2. What's the area? It's 2 times 2, or 4. I know that if the top face has an area of 4, the bottom face has an area of 4. Remember, to find surface area, I'm finding the total area of all the faces of the shape, like I'm covering it with wrapping paper. Now I can add all of those areas up. What's 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 4 plus 4? It's 48 square units. Find the surface area of the next shape. Go ahead and do that on your own. It's 62 square units. I can use the nets of figures to find surface area because they show all of the faces. First, what figure would be created by this net? This net would create a triangular prism, two triangle bases, and mostly rectangles. What would the surface area be? I can go step by step to find it. First, let's find the area of the square on the left. The base is 3 and the height is 3. What's the area? The area is 9. Now let's find the area of the rectangle in the middle. The base is 5 and the height is 3. What's the area? It's 15 square units. Now let's find the area of the rectangle on the right. The base is 4 and the height is still 3. What's the area? It's 12 square units. Now the only thing I have left is to find the area of these two triangles. What's the base and height of one of the triangles? Well, the base is 3 and the height is 4, or the base is 4 and the height is 3. They make a right angle. So I can find the area of the triangles. If the base is 3 and the height is 4, what's the area of each triangle? 3 times 4 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. Now I can add those up to find my surface area. 15, 12, 9, 6, and 6. Go ahead and add those up to find the total surface area of the shape. The total surface area of the shape is 48 square units. Now let's do another example. What figure would be created by this net? This net shows a rectangular prism. The rectangles are the faces, and it's made of mostly rectangles. To find the surface area, I need to find the area of each rectangle and add them up. What's the area of the top red rectangle? The base is 3 and the height is 5. It's 15. What's the area of the bottom red rectangle? Well, if the top is 15, it's also 15. Now let's look at the rectangle on the left. The base is 5 and the height is 6. What's the area? It's 30. Now let's look at the middle rectangle between the two reds. The base is 3 and the height is 6. What's the area? It's 18. Look at the next rectangle. The base is 5 and the height is 6. What's the area? It's 30. The next rectangle has a base of 3 and a height of 6. What's the area? It's 18. Now I can add up the area of each face to find the total area. Go ahead and add those numbers up now. What's the surface area? The total surface area is 126 inches squared. Now let's try 2 more, and then you can try 2 on your own. What figure would be created by this net? This figure would create a rectangular prism. Now let's find the surface area. What's the area of the top rectangle? It's 2. What's the area of the left rectangle? It's also 2. What's the area of the right rectangle? It's 2. What's the area of the square? It's 4. What's the area of the rectangle between the two squares? It's 2. What's the area of the bottom square? It's 4. I can add up all of those areas to find the surface area. Go ahead and do that now. What's the surface area? The surface area is 16 square units. Let's do another. What figure would be created by this net? It has a rectangular base and 4 triangular faces. This would create a rectangular pyramid. What would the area of the middle square be? It's 9. 3 times 3 is 9. Now I need to find the area of each triangle. The base of each triangle is 3. The height of each triangle is 2. What's the area of each triangle? 3 times 2 is 6. Divided by 2 is 3. So each triangle has an area of 3. What's the surface area of the shape? The surface area of the shape is 21 square units. Now you try one. First, what figure would be created by this net? This would create a triangular prism. What's the surface area? Remember, find the area of each face and then add them together. The surface area is 84 square units. Each rectangle is worth 24, and each triangle is worth 6. What figure is created by this net? This net creates a rectangular prism. What's the surface area? The surface area is 72 centimeters squared. You've done a great job with this video. Now it's time to move to IXL Practice FF15.